right, so quite a few months ago, I covered the swords tier list and the axes tier list. These were meant to be number 1 and 2 out of a 6-part series covering the best melees in Save the World. You know, you just make a tier list called a melee tier list, much like I did the ranged weapon tier list, which went up finally. I'll link that down below if I can remember to. And I ran a poll on Twitch, chat voted for the hardware tier list. And I took a look at this and decided I am not qualified. I have not seriously tried out maybe half of these. And while I don't think some of these hardware weapons are exceptionally good, I think there's a very good reason that I haven't tried them out yet. I just don't want to guess on half of these. And instead, I'm going to be covering the spears. So over the next couple months or however long this might take, if you guys want more hardware weapon videos, I can cover those. I can at least try them out on stream. Maybe if it even doesn't even become a video, at least I can get a little bit more educated on these weapons, because I think there could be some fun videos in here, like the Husk Warper, maybe the Walloper, or the Storm King's Fury for sure. It needs to be a fun 160 at some point. Is the Baron even good? You know, the shovel that we keep seeing in the weekly shop, is it even good? I could answer a few of those questions for myself at least, and maybe that video will get made in good time. But today, we're going to be talking about spears in Fortnite Save the World. So, I don't even know a lot of these by name. That's why I have Fortnite open as my guide. And you know what? I'll just start with the ones I know. First and foremost, we got the Atomic Light Expander. This is a sci-fi spear. And one of the reasons that I'm actually doing this individually. So, instead of one big tier list with every single melee on it, I figured individual tier lists like this would be a very, very good way to rank them against themselves. Like, on a tier list for all the melees at once, this would not be an S tier weapon. But when we're just talking about the spears, I honestly think it's really good. It's got the 6 perks with the expanding ring of damage, the explosions that shoot off. It's decent. It's actually very good. And I'll be linking all the spear videos down below if I can remember. Or maybe I'll just do like the best melees video. I don't know, because that'll be a lot of links. And I've only covered a few of these, so maybe it won't be too bad. But yeah, there's also the Dissector, which is a spear that I don't think I have ever used. And for good reason. I have never once heard anybody ever suggest this weapon as something I should try out. And I feel like the community just knows it's bad without me even touching it. So I'll put it in B tier as a guess, but that needs to be a future video. And if anybody wants to make a case for it, comment down below, because I'd love to try it out. This is the Dragon's Fang, I think. Let's go down just together. Let's go to the event schematics, go down to the dragon weapons, and I think it's the Fang. Yeah. Somebody suggested this on stream recently. They just told me to use typical double attack speed Paleo Luna build, and it kicked ass. It was actually really good. I was not expecting much from a dragon set weapon, but it kind of impressed me, so you should probably give it a go. And I'm going to make a lot of people mad right here, because I have more ear splitter fans than I would have expected. Some people absolutely swear by this. Storms down there already knows what's going to happen. Beast is not going to put the ear splitter in S tier. And as far as spears go, I'll put it in A tier. I know this is going to be a Pulsar 9000 all over again, but honestly, I have used this weapon. I'm not uneducated on the ear splitter. Maybe on some of those hardware weapons, but not the ear splitter. I have tried it for damage. I have tried it for farming. And I'll admit, it does pretty good damage, but you're standing still and you die immediately unless you run away. It's just not that good. I don't know what you want from me. So, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Even with people who think, like, it's really, really good for farming, it just doesn't stack against, like, a farming loadout. So, you can make your case in the comments down below. I know I'm going to mess with a lot of people putting it in A tier, but I just was not... It just did not impress me, so I don't know what else to tell you. Farmer's Glory, S tier again. This weapon can have the crit hit cause an explosion, and anything with that 6 perk instantly becomes S tier because it's awesome. Definitely a fun melee. I highly recommend trying it out. Then we got a couple that I'm not that familiar with. Was that the head clipper spear? Let me go back to my schematics. Oop, no. Let's go to my schematics real quick, where I have it sorted by subtype. So we can just go down to the spears because I don't know them all by name. And this is the head clipper. Yeah, so I have literally never used this weapon. Again, I'll just guess. I'll put them in C tier or B tier, I guess. If anybody wants to make a case for it, oh, that's not even the head clipper. That's the Steam Cloud. All right, there we go. Yeah, in the B tier. So, because I've never tried it. I assume it's nothing. I have no assumptions. I don't even know what to go off of. So we've also got, I believe, the Nightfall. Let's go to right here. Yeah. So this weapon kind of impressed me, but I did kind of a bad test because I gave it just the optimal perks that most melees have, and that was double attack speed. And when you go down that route of giving every melee a bunch of attack speed perks, you're not really testing if the weapon is good. You're just testing how well it can farm Paleo Luna damage. And that is flawed in retrospect. And so the weapon impressed. I'll put it in a comfortable A tier, but it impressed because Luna's that good. Hell, I just recorded a Fun 160 video with a stop axe, and it took down a Smasher. So, like, yeah, Luna's just kind of crazy sometimes. So the weapon itself seemed decent, so I'll put it up here in A tier, but maybe it's better than I thought. Maybe it's worse than even that. I don't know. I think A tier is where it should be, so I'm going to stick it there. Here's a tricky one. So this is a spear. This is one that you might be familiar with, where it's S tier for a very, very specific purpose, but generally more of like a C tier weapon. So the Sir Lancelot can push mini bosses and smashers around. It's basically like a built-in bull rush, and you don't have to use a constructor. So for the endurance users, it is basically, somebody in chat said called the Husk Clipper. So for the endurance users, it's really, really good for getting rid of mini bosses that you simply cannot kill. I am not an endurance player, as this is my tier list, trying to rank these weapons in general missions, basically 164 players. I don't really think this weapon has a place at all. I'm not going to put it down here in the blue weapons section, but I think C tier is fair. It's not that strong, I don't think. At least the crowd clearing is not enough, and the damage alone isn't going to carry it. So I think that's where it belongs. But we got a couple of great picks down here. The hydraulic one, I want to go look at this because, yeah, the sawtooth. Again, I have literally never ran this weapon before. I'm kind of getting inspired to try some of these because it is, like, even if they're not videos, I'm kind of inspired to just hop into some 160s right now with chat. Maybe even don't finish the mission and just try these out because just some wholehearted Fortnite gameplay, not even becoming a video, just having some fun because this weapon, I literally don't know. B tier, question mark, I guess. Maybe I should have done that before recording, but we're too far to go back because, like I said before, if I have literally never tried these and nobody's ever suggested it, I think we can all assume it's probably pretty bad. And if it is better than I thought, that'll become a video. I'll let the world know, but I don't know about those because I did do that with a vacuum tube spear. This weapon is nuts. The chain lightning on this can affect tons of enemies all at once, and if you are in a water mission that's not healing death burst, it's ludicrously strong. You can do double attack speed on this. The base damage of the weapon alone is pretty decent, so you're not just farming Luna damage, it's actually doing good damage on its own. And that chain lightning takes from the weapon damage, so it chains out. You can basically kill 6 or more enemies at once, and it's super viable. This is a legitimately unironic suggestion. Like, you can run this in 164 player water mission, and it's not even gonna feel like you're using a spicy pick. It's actually good. So yeah, can't really give that one enough praise. Now, there has been a lot of talk in my comments lately about the Steam weapons, because that Steam Cloud 6 perk apparently does some really decent damage. And while I have not used a Steam Skewer, I have had one in my inventory for, I think, over a year now, intending to make a video on it, and I just haven't yet. So maybe that'll be a weapon that's up on the channel soon. But yeah, I'll put it in A tier. Maybe it's S tier. Maybe that Cloud perk's going to carry the damage more than I thought. But I'm very hesitant to put a weapon in S tier without really testing it, so I'm going to put it in A tier. If the attack speed and the cloud is anything to go by, I think that's a decent place to put it. And once again, the dissector is just a weapon that I have never tried, so yeah, maybe I should give it a go. Again, if anybody wants to comment down below and make a case for anything here, go for it, but I've done tier lists like this before where I'm not 100% educated on everything, and it's been generally fine because the weapons I don't know about are typically pretty bad. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, as I know you will. I'll see you guys in the next one, and someday this will be a part of a compilation for every melee weapon, but at the rate we're going, that might take another 9 months, and I'm sorry about that. But hey, if you guys want to see anything on my channel, comment down below. I do read my comments, and it does encourage me to make certain videos. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and take it easy.